Everyone was in an epic escape battle, but unfortunately, some ended up squished like the T-Rex panicked when it realized some raptors were tailing behind for a game of catch me if you can. One raptor lunged forward, causing a poor soul to go flying. Raptors had some serious bite, but one swing from the T-Rex was like a kick to the moon. Sea landing didn't go so well for one guy, who got kicked by Jack instead. Furious, the raptor chased Jack with its mouth open. The T-Rex got a Jack. Then it turned to the plump director, perhaps for a light snack. It turned around, eyeing another target, and suddenly, disaster struck. Bruce thought hiding behind the 10-ton T-Rex was safe. His imagination was bright, but reality hits like a sledgehammer. Facing raptors, Bruce hid under T-Rex, sprinted like a marathoner, and miraculously outpaced Jack and the director. Suddenly, they found a gaping chasm, and a few T-Rexes couldn't hit the brakes in time. Smash. See ya later, buddy. Next, the T-Rex waited Gosrocks to crumble and fall, wondering at this new show. Thankfully, they took a turn and found another canyon. Bruce was leading the pack, but then a raptor spotted him, turning him into a meat goal. The T-Rex's chase, crashing like Skull Island debris. This was the biggest car crash ever. Thankfully, no one got hurt. The raptors were deemed prime suspects, but they weren't buying it, chasing the crew in a fit. The elderly cameraman couldn't take it, caught by the raptors. The director yanked the tripod to save him. But the next moment, the raptor snagged him, leaving the director helplessly waving goodbye. Meanwhile, King Kong brought Anna to his lair, treating her like a toy, unfazed by her fate. He was happily munching bamboo while Anna carefully devised an escape plan, hoping for a grand getaway. But just as Anna was on the verge of escaping, suddenly, a massive palm descended like a divine war from the heavens, covering her abruptly. See, indeed, it was a moment for her to park, if you like. She tried to bolt, but another hand blocked her path. Kong was quite the roadblock. She was pushed back until she tripped at the cliff's edge. Kong accidentally stepped back, a true watch your step moment. Anna noticed Kong didn't seem interested in gobbling her up, sparking a wild idea in her mind. Since she couldn't escape, she decided to put on a monkey show, using her circus skills. She exhausted herself in playfulness, attempting to amuse Kong, and to her surprise, Kong burst into laughter, making her an example of instant screen stardom indeed. Kong treated her like a little toy. As she was his first buddy ever, he couldn't contain his joy. She was hoisted up, only to be promptly knocked down again. Kong was having a blast. However, Anna was finally provoked into anger, and Kong sensed her underlying discontent. On this little island, no one dared to oppose him, and Kong felt both mad and helpless in front of such a blonde beauty. He realized one punch could lead to casualties and softened up, taking it out on the rocks instead. He started hurling objects over the cliff, hitting his head, then realizing his embarrassment. At that moment, Kong felt quite embarrassed and decided to skedaddle. Anna finally spotted her long-awaited escape route and bolted into the jungle like an arrow. The group thought the land was too risky, deciding to gather wood and raft downriver. After all the dangers, with 9 hours until sailing, they couldn't locate Anna, and everyone's courage was dwindling. The hasty ones returned to the ship while the others paddled their raft through the swamp, where dangers lurked everywhere. Suddenly, a giant shrimp appeared on the lake's surface. Jack fought back with a stick, which only attracted more and more shrimp. Everyone frantically swung at the shrimp, only to find their attacks were surprisingly weak. Just when everyone was relieved that this enemy wasn't powerful, the surroundings suddenly became eerily silent, and their raft was abruptly pushed hard by some unseen force. Instant panic ensued. A huge shadow glided by before they even reacted, and their luxurious yacht flipped over. Oh no, they must have entered the giant fish territory. Unfortunately, Jack was dragged to the bottom by a heavy box. Glancing up to see that enormous fish heading right for him, he waved frantically, warning his buddies to stay put and not surface. Alas, the next unlucky one was gobbled down by the giant biggie. Seeing this, Jack bolted but caught the fish eye, desperately fleeing through the roots underwater, which saved him. To save his skin, he ditched the precious box and swam upwards, while the teammates left behind struggled to climb ashore. The big fish faced vicious snipes, teammates falling one by one, yet the assistant held his camera calmly. Despite the director shouting at him, "Don't you dare drop that camera." Just as the big fish leapt from the water and snatched a teammate, the director lost it and fired his AK like a madman. But the bullets couldn't pierce the fish's tough hide. Instead, they blasted their yacht to smithereens. What a self-made disaster. Kind-hearted Jack rushed to the assistant's aid, but the big fish was determined not to lose its meal. Just as the fish was about to grab its prize, the director raised his AK and fired again, finally scaring it off. After the attack, half the crew was lost, but to the director, the camera was most precious, still usable upon inspection. Relieved, the director filmed as the last teammate prepared to ashore when another unexpected event unfolded.